Hello, what's up? We have in the Brazil at the Mego in the Brazil
In the waiting.
in the Brazil.
What is that?
Brazil, I have for what podcast I didn't watch.
Mhm.
Welcome to the Brazil in the Brazil. I know what I'm talking. I always say I try to look for a punchline when I come for my podcast. Like, what kind of thing they say? If you don't believe it, drop the mic. All those kind of
So what
punchline.
punchline did you give?
I know they ever get punchlines.
And that's okay. We don't have to be quirky.
Yeah, we don't have to. Okay, guys, there are moments that count as individuals in our life. Those little things where we think say no matter. I think now people are now like valuing time spent with family, friends. People are not trying to put more effort in their relationship. And we're just here to speak on
The, li-
those little
the
moments.
little things.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
always the little things.
Yeah.
So I remember on this day, I was coming back from work. I was going to face late, and I remember saying that our show, like our run was finished.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was always using assistance. And so I was closing from work that day, and I went to spa, and I bought for myself. So I bought two, and I
For
bought
her.
one for her. And Roland is not expensive; it's just a
It's
thousand five
not
hundred naira. And when I gave it to her, she was like she was really so happy and so grateful about it.
those
And
tiny
it's
details.
just like it's really be the little things. It's
Yeah.
always the little
It's
things.
always the little things. Hi guys, you're welcome to the amazing episode of EWL Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. I'm your host, Emitezi Luchi Gloria, and we have the amazing, the beautiful, the most supportive Adimegu Tiamaka. I'm going to sound for you. Do you know what
Thank you, my love.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for a long time coming.
Oh,
Thank you for finally appreciating me.
okay, guys, I titled today's topic the little things, those moments that count. Yeah, guys. So I was having this conversation with Chamaka just before we got into the studio today. But what she did not know that I actually had this conversation with
With your
my brother.
brother.
Yeah, when we spoke about like how people should make our time for those little moments. And it was really inspired by Chiamaka herself. I was just going through my status that day and I
Mm.
just saw her dropping family pictures and everything.
Mm.
And I just turned to my brother and I'm saying that this is something that Chiamaka always, like for the past 2 years that I'm aware of, her brother comes down to Nigeria. She
Mm-hmm.
comes down from Lagos to come see family.
Mm.
And in that space when she's around, there is something to celebrate. There is something that they call, it's not always when bad thing happen, you go gather people house. Those
Mm.
little celebrations that you think, oh, why should we really do this?
Yeah.
It's something they really do.
Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is hard, like
Yeah.
for me to come and be feeding people. But if somebody that you feed the people,
Yes. And Igbo land is a must. You must
so
feed.
why not feed them when
And now you
somebody
go
is
check
alive?
the bill. Yes. So that is something I'm very grateful when it comes to my dad. For the
Mm-hmm.
past 3 years before my dad died,
Is it 2 years now?
yeah. No, for the past 3 years before he died. My dad is now going to 2 years.
Ah, because I wanted my ass won't cut too.
No, it's 2 years now. I'm just saying the 3 years before he died.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I did. Like I always make sure
Let's
everybody's
give it
back
a
home.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's back home to celebrate his birthday, and we're making
Mm.
this grand plan for his 60th, and he died. God bless his soul.
Mm-hmm.
But the moments that really count, that really matter, is what we're talking about.
Mm.
And Chemika, why do you think is a religious thing for you guys in your house that your brother has to come down? Like some people do it like 2 years in a
I
row before
don't
they
think
come up.
it's okay. I think it literally came back this time because of my parents' 30th. But it's not like as if
Can you beat that?
he actually was like in plans of like coming back this year. And obviously, whenever I'm getting married, it's obviously going to come down to. But I feel like when people see my family, they'll be like, "Oh, you guys are so close. Oh, you guys are so tight."
Mm-hmm.
We may not always be like the closest of bunch, but like it's always having each other's back. And I feel like that's what friendship and relationship should be all
Yeah,
about.
sure about.
Like when I'm not around, I barely speak to Olushi because I know that she's busy. I'm busy. Like I have friends that I don't speak to every day, but at the end of the day, you knowing that I have your back,
Yeah.
and if something is going on. Like even the littlest of them, like something as oh, or Chichi come around for my mommy's birthday. If it's within
Yeah.
my power, best believe I would make that trip. It's
Yeah.
always the little thing. You don't always have to wait for something so
Massive. Yeah.
eh.
Something sad. Because the one we can relate to is when I think both of our friends, myself and our other friend,
Mm,
has lost somebody really close, and we
yeah,
had to be there for them. They
yeah,
had to
in
be
our
there for
own
me. Yeah,
way,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. And everybody left whatever they were doing just to support
Come around,
that person.
yes.
But we are saying now that it's not always when something people take deaths really seriously, and it's supposed to be taken
Yeah,
seriously actually.
yeah, yeah.
But you can take other things seriously,
I'm
like
celebrating my birthday.
yes, come
I need all my
around
friends
in
around.
Lagos. I told that it's up
Yeah.
at all that. So for me, I think the reason I don't know, I was just in my bed in school one day and I just got the inspiration. I was like, and I called my brother and I told him that is it only when like if something happened to daddy now, all of us will be obligated to come home, regardless of whatever you're doing in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like, okay, let's make it a point of duty for us to always be there for
His
daddy's
birthday.
birthday
Mm-hmm.
and like celebrate him. And you know, my daddy got used to it the year before he died,
Mm.
his birthday. So it was we are having this. You came now, you and Chisom
I
that we
was
made for
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that day, that morning, he just came to the room by 6 o'clock and told me, Luchi, I know you are planning something, but I have a meeting in Anambra State, but I will go and come back before 6 o'clock. And he
Mm.
was going to like, daddy, I called from you, like my friends are coming. And I said, no, don't worry, I'll be here before 6 o'clock.
Mm.
And he actually left that 6 o'clock and came back around 3 in the evening just to be able to meet up that his birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was like if you could speak to my dad now, I think that was like the fondest memory
Mm-mm.
because there was this wristwatch he said he saw somewhere, and my brother got it for him that birthday.
Are you
And I was
serious?
like, "Nene, this watch not been boss." And I say, I wish I can get this watch.
Ah,
And only for him to come back home that day, and that was like a birthday present
that's
for
for
him.
you.
You get.
Yeah.
So it's just those little things that matter. And I always tell my siblings that anytime mommy is saying, "Oh, come home," it's no, it does not have to be something big. Because
Yeah.
when you tell them, they'll say, like, "What am I coming home to do?
Mm-hmm.
Have you not seen my face? What am I coming home to do?"
And I feel like with me, I am like my brother. We did like a family meeting, and my brother said that my bad character is that I'm very angry. Like I have the hot head, and I
Yeah.
can be a little bit of an overreactor. Like I can be so angry, and I would distance myself, and I'll be like, "You guys will never
Yes,
see me
this, yeah.
again, and you guys will never do this." And I'm not like, if I really do distance myself, that they will never see me again, and something happens to anybody in this family,
Yeah.
like my brothers or my parents, I don't think I would ever forgive
Forgive
myself
me. Yeah.
because at the end of the day, with people, siblings, I've learned to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like to be honest,
And there's something
just
that always happens when you feel like because Anna madam, they
mm,
learn person.
real,
So there are some things you know that is always causing that friction between you and that person.
I avoid it.
Yes, just avoid it.
I avoid it.
Like
Yeah.
just avoid it. Instead of you being hot over and over again for the same thing,
Mm.
and you know that that person is an important person in your life,
Your
and you do
life,
not
you
want
want
to
to
do
lose
away with the
them.
person,
Yeah.
just avoid those things
Just
because for
avoid
something
it.
to cause constant friction, for something to cause constant misunderstanding, is a pattern, is a consistency of
Behavior.
behaviors. So it's something that you can avoid, or you look for another,
As long as
like the
it does not
best.
cause you like hurt or discomfort, like it's
Yes,
not near you. If
yeah,
it's something you have to tolerate when the person is just around, like just tolerate it.
yeah,
I feel like see, life is so fickle that I don't think what people don't know about me is that I forgive people and I move on with my life.
period.
It may give oh I have not forgiven you because I may decide to cut communication with you. I may just decide to erase you from my space. But
Yeah,
within my heart of my heart,
I can love
me
you
I
from
know
afar.
that I can love
Yes,
and I'm forgiving you
and
and I
people
can
don't know
see you and
that.
start the conversation with you
Yes,
and your mind go dey shake they're like oh but in my mind there is nothing there because
there
if
is
I really hate you
nothing.
one pin no go hear from my mouth and that's not
And that's what people don't know. I've got to discover that you can love someone from
from
afar
afar
just for the safety and for the I
just to
don't
protect
know,
your own
just
mental health.
yes, most importantly, and to protect both of you from being in a very toxic space. So I'm not
Mm.
quarreling with you. And when she said something about I've forgiven you, but I've moved on with my life, I think
Yes.
in my episode 2, I spoke about forgiveness and reconciliation. That I can decide to forgive you and not decide to reconcile with you.
But I feel like forgiveness and reconciliation.
If when you check the meaning of reconciliation, it means going back to the way things were before. But most of the times when people hurt us that deep that it's difficult for us to forgive them,
Mm.
you see that is we have to forgive them, but the only option there is to make them far from our space. Like just I know you're quarrel, but that thing we used to do in school
But
now.
like day or day.
Day or day, like
Mm.
we're cool, we are fine, but nah, I don't want you in my space. It's
But
toxic.
it also means that you have not 100% forgiven that
No,
person.
I have forgiven the person, but what's not going to happen is that you're not going to be in that space where you are going to hurt me
But you
or
know
put
one
me in
thing,
that spot.
if that was your sibling,
Mm-hmm.
I had a fight with Faith that I offended her,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't even know how to go about the whole thing. So and like na me offend person go dey call me, I no go pick. Like she literally was calling me,
Yeah.
texting me, and I would not pick. And I spoke to somebody in my working place about it, and Aisha was like, Amaka, you even alright? Do you really love Faith the way you say you do?
Mm-hmm.
Call her, like pick her calls when she's calling you. On this particular day, I tried to pick her call, and then I texted her on WhatsApp, and then Faith said something. Faith said, you offended me and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, if it was Ebuka or any of your brothers that you offended,
Yeah.
would you just cut them off with like the way you did to me?
Yeah.
And then she said like, why would you do that to me? And it literally touched my heart. Like it pained me so very
Yeah.
much because I'm the one at fault, but I was still trying to have this victim mentality that my friendship has ended and stuff like that. And the person
It's
I
always
offended,
it's
it's always
always
been
easy for us to say it's done. I'm
and
not
done
doing
like
again.
omo friendship is not by force, but at the end of the day the person that I offended was still reaching out to me,
Yeah.
and she the fact that she said that if it was your sibling would you always cut them off like that. I
Yeah.
think that's like okay, I can forgive you and not be in the same space as you,
No, it happens
but at
between
the same
siblings.
time too, if honestly
It's not restricted to just friends. It
I
can
feel like
happen
with your
between
sibling
siblings.
it
It's
cannot be as
difficult.
deep as the way it is with
Yeah.
your friend because
Yeah.
you get to see them interact with
Yeah.
them, except you guys are not staying together, you guys everybody's doing their own thing, and you
Mm.
guys see when you see.
I'm not saying that it's something that we should just keen to, because for somebody to hurt to that point where reconciliation is very difficult, it means it's deep for me. That's how I see it. So I'm
What
not
do you
saying
think
that
somebody can do to you that you never forgive the person?
I don't know, just putting me in a space where I can no longer recognize myself again.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm.
constant struggle of trying to tell myself, oh, you're not the bad person. Like those emotional torture and everything. You know that
Yeah,
some environment and space can be too toxic.
yeah.
And the
True.
only way for you to save yourself and save the person, in quote, if you are even considered the person, is just protecting your mental space and let's do this
And
from
that's why
afar.
like when it comes to like romantic relationship,
Yeah.
it's always so difficult because in romantic relationship, you are invested in the other person, like and like
Emotionally.
in another person.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see, I am a blocker and I am a, I will never speak to you. No, real. I'm
And
just
she
saying,
means it
and
oh,
I
like a
mean it.
ring
So,
time.
like, I am a blocker, and I will block you out of my life and my space
Yeah.
because I feel like with romantic relationship, for me, it can get to crazy. I get to a
Yeah.
point where I'm like, okay, I need to keep this person. And then you will do things to hurt me. And I'm fighting for something that does not even require to be fought for.
Yeah.
Like, so
As
I
I
understand
think
that
why it's like this for because a lot of times you're right.
I'm
So
always right. I'm always right.
so it's like it's easy for you to say, I beg, you put all of them for the same WhatsApp, I beg. But sometimes give people the benefit of that, like you said at the like initial
Yeah.
stage.
And I'm trying to do that
Yeah.
more this year. I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
But I think one way we can work out of toxic relationship, I'm always someone that talks about communication. Because I feel
Hmm.
that is where me and you
You
connect
have
more.
not communicated with a manipulator before.
I think that's when me and Chabaka like connect more because Chabaka is like one of my friends that something is happening this minute and she's telling you the next minute.
Yeah.
Me, something is happening, I'm telling her the next minute. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
like it's easier because there's a time me and Chabaka we were like that day before we had our long fight. I came
But
to
I
your
feel
room
like only
and
she
we're just shouting about
no,
it.
we are both strong personality kind of people. And like you must state your point, I must state my point also. Like
But it's easier because it's not difficult to if
because
not
we have
if
understood each
yeah,
other.
and there was a time that it was really difficult to understand that you can be friends from afar. Like you don't have to be in each other's face. Like you know, there was a time that if we don't talk to each other for one
One
day,
week,
everyone
2
like,
weeks,
can you
everybody are like,
please?
you have your own thing now. And me, I'm always the bad person because I have other friends. There's married, there's gay.
Yes,
Once I go and meet my they're like, your family members.
That was actually going bro
You don't
though.
go meet
That
your
was like
you don't go meet your family members. I mean be best in friendship. I think for friendship click in like 4 friendship click. I think the balance myself, I don't know.
that was
But
like a serious we have grown. That was like a serious issue. Like you not call you cannot call the person, that person will not call you call the carry face say how do we say that time again? They carry face for me. I don't know. She never called me since I don't know it.
oh
Crazy
God.
times. But now me and Chamaka we cannot speak. We will not speak for like 1 month.
And when we
And when
speak,
we speak,
it is. I
hey,
also have a friend that like Kelechi. Like
yeah,
Kelechi is one of the closest person I had growing up,
yeah,
and we've gone to school. She's happily married right now, and whenever we speak on the phone, we don't talk every day. We
yeah.
share streaks on Snapchat and TikTok, but whenever we speak on the phone like this, it's always like
Like
nobody
you,
ever left. It's catching up on stuff that have happened that we have
yeah,
not communicated about.
yeah.
Friendship does not always have to be choking,
You know how to
but
be
at the end of the
yes,
day,
yeah.
she knows that when she calls on me and say, Chamaka,
Turn
this
up
is
for
this,
this, yeah.
I'm always there.
Period. And
I'm always there.
that is when you
Celebrate your
like
little wins, so
yeah, that is when
like be
you know that
present.
you have built a friendship that will stand
The test of
distance and
time.
the test of time. So regardless of where you are, where you at, if you call on this person, I'm going to turn off regardless.
Busana is also one of my closest friends.
Yes, and Musala is like
Not in this
the funny
continent
thing
with
is
me
that
anymore.
I'm not even close to Bisola, but if Bisola should say that we should that she wants
Come
to do
for this.
something, I'm going to come because at some point she has been of like assistant to me. Do
Real.
you understand? That it's
Yeah.
just those little things they
It's
think
just
don't
so it's
matter.
always the little
Just
things.
those little things. And that is what creates the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So those things that you say, oh, there's no matter those movements and everything. No, there's something Chama used to do for me. I've never confessed this to you. Like, let me say it. So
Eh,
you know those times we used to do occasions in school that you come to our room, you now be doing videos, you now be hyping me up, all this kind
eh,
of thing. You
eh,
remember that particular day you say you're not going to come, you're not going to come for
why? I
that.
think we quiet. We had an
We not
argument.
Korea, we were just having like fusions, like
Eh,
the talk we had now before that day
mm,
concerning the pills and everything. So there was
mm.
just that fiction, like we're talking about
Eh,
tension at the end.
eh.
Chakada said she was not going to come like to come and like make me up because normally when my friends are when I'm doing something personally, I think
I
it's
always used to
happened
be around.
like they used to be there. Chaka will not be hyping me. I'll be pumped up before I go for the event.
Eh,
And that particular day, you did not come,
eh.
and
It was not
I
nice.
felt it.
Uh,
I felt it like
but after what you just said, I
yeah,
feel like I have this attitude of when I'm not like in the
mood.
best of like relationship with people, I tend to withdraw my sacrifices.
Yeah,
But I have understood that at the end of the day, imagine I was married and I had an argument with my husband, and then something I was doing, I refused to do it.
yeah,
So I have learned that irrespective of I may not be in good talking terms to that person,
yeah,
but I love that person. I may
yeah.
not love you right now, but I love you. So
Yes,
I would
you're not always going to love your person,
yes.
and those memories is what's going to like build. How do I put this in
Like
English
showing
now?
up irrespective of how I feel.
Yes, showing up. That's the word. You may not always love your person, but you have to show up
Yeah.
regardless, and that is what again creates those moments.
Yeah.
And Chef guys giving me
I
this
am.
week.
I am.
I'm already tearing
I'm
up,
going back to work.
but I've been telling Chef that I'm going to come to Lagos, and she's not
She
taking me
better come to
seriously.
Lagos
Like I'm
too.
actually going to be going to Lagos
A
more
lot.
often this year, so you'll be seeing more of me. And I hope
I'm in London
no,
for
but seriously, I
GST.
have like I'm going to come to Lagos,
All right.
and when I do, for those of my YouTube people, you'll see us. We're going to grab 100.
We are.
Thank you so much for coming to my couch. This is the second time I'm having you on season 2. And guys, this is the episode for the ultimate episode of EWL podcast season 2. And I'm super excited that I had Chalka on this
I'm so
episode.
excited to be here.
Yeah. Okay, guys, don't forget to stream this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Yeah, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. For those of you that have not watched our end of year video featuring me and Chamaka, please go
As
watch.
usual.
The previous episode is still streaming on my YouTube channel and all streaming platforms. While you're on that, don't forget to follow me across all social media platforms at Luchi Emitezi on Instagram, on the S formerly Twitter, on Facebook. We also have a podcast page, on this podcast. And yeah, I am bringing my brand, Lucha's Concept, with a lot of branding and everything. So please go follow my page, Lucha's Concept. Okay, guys? Like I always say, let's spread love because God is love. Love is God. And you can follow Chiamka on Amaka.
No, Amaka. Ama A double M double A
It go
two
pop, it's going
underscore
to
K
pop on the
A A.
screen, don't worry.
Why not Amakaka?
Kaka.
What be that?
Okay, guys, have an amazing week. Bye.